Over the last 3 hours, we've had sweeping rainfall moving the area with fire danger down to the south. More about that in just a moment.
Wisconsinites could be expecting some big checks heading their way. I'll tell you what to expect up next.
Right now this morning, Governor Evers delivering his final State of the State address. His message to Wisconsinites ahead. Plus, a high-profile hearing today, the lawsuit brought against tech giant Meta coming up. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Brooklyn Hine. Alexandra is off today. Today is Wednesday, February 18th, and it is just about 6 a.m. Now, I have been loving this warm weather, but it sounds like we are returning to winter. Art, what can we expect?
It'll happen, but it's a day or so away for that to happen. So we have those 50s and 40s later on today. Getting into it here, we'll have that going all the way to Thursday, possibly. Then we'll see it transition out by Friday. We're looking at temperatures to start off just around the seasonal temperatures and to be had. We'll hold on to at least some wintry mix moving into the forecast as well. Some rainfall to start off the day, continuing on into the afternoon. Then snowfall possibly coming in late night tonight over into Thursday. Then Thursday going into your Friday, we'll still see that rain-snow mix working into the forecast, and then mostly snow. We'll hold on how this all shapes up as we go through the day. You're going to be seeing that rainfall, as I mentioned, over the last 3 hours. The roadways have been wet because we've had light to moderate rainfall over the area. Now it's mostly up to the north, as well as with the snowfall. The next batch of that will come back around within the next couple of hours, though. But until then, breezy and gusty winds are pretty much charging across the United States, working towards the Midwest, and that's going to be gusts up to at least 45 miles per hour. In the upper atmosphere, they're much stronger, and that's why we're dealing with all this currently. Current temperatures right now, 30s, 40s to near 50 degrees out there. So when we get into it, these sustained winds, as I mentioned, are up to at least 23 miles per hour. As we go into it, we'll see those winds taper down tomorrow. Also, we're going to hold on to those wind gusts, as you can see, holding on all the way up to at least 40 miles per hour, plus to 45 miles per hour later on in the afternoon. When I come back, I'll have a better overview of how your day shapes up. So please take it slow on the roadways and be safe.
All right, thanks, Art. Now we have some election results from races around the region. In Westby, David Egan, Peter Eng, and Toby Wood vying for seat 6 on the school board. The top 2 are advancing to the spring election preliminary. Totals say Eng came in with 453 votes, Wood with 205, and Egan with 103. And in Soldiers Grove, Jill Quandall, Harrison Heilman, and Katie Dobson competing for a village trustee spot. Top 2 advancing to the spring election. Quandall came in with 21 votes, Heilman with 16, and Dobson with 10. Governor Evers delivered his final State of the State address in Madison last night. He used the speech to highlight perceived bipartisan achievements over the past 7 years, but he also took aim at Republicans in the legislature for issues they've clashed over, like Evers' 400-year partial veto to increase school funding.
Funding our schools is a responsibility that the state and local partners share. Local property taxes go up when the state fails to do its part to meet its obligation. My 400-year veto isn't an automatic property tax increase, folks, because that isn't how school funding works in Wisconsin. The legislature has rejected over $7 billion for K-12 schools that I requested over the last 4 state budgets. Budget negotiations.
Evers said he's hopeful for a bipartisan deal on K-12 funding and property tax relief, but he says a deal has to be better than the one that top Republicans sent him this week. Folks in Wisconsin could soon see rebate checks as much as $1,000 in free cash. But a few things need to happen first. News 8 Now's Seth Padilla is in the newsroom to break it down. Seth.
Brooklyn, the state has a $2.5 billion budget surplus, and 2 key Republicans say that money should be used for tax rebates. Now, according to a new bill, the rebates would be a one-time offer. Married couples would get up to $1,000 and up to $500 for single filers. Rebates only would be available for people that owed income tax in 2024.
Whenever there's a budget surplus, there's pressure on lawmakers to return that money to the taxpayers and the people of Wisconsin. The 2 sides might come together.
Now, if this happens, payments would be automatically distributed, and all rebates would be sent by September 15th. And both parties do agree that the money should be used to provide relief, but now disagreements can come in on how to spend the rest of the surplus, and that could cause some delays. Reporting live from the newsroom, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you, Seth. 4 people are in ICE custody after an enforcement action in Eau Claire County. ICE agents went to an Altoona construction site to arrest a suspect who allegedly assaulted an officer. When 4 people fled, 1 was caught immediately. 3 others barricaded themselves in a Washington Township home's garage. Deputies used pepper ball to force their surrender. No injuries were reported. The suspects remain in ICE custody. And a News 8 follow-up this morning. Here is a live look at Lake Onalaska, where a truck fell through the ice Monday near Schaefer's Landing. Crews pulled the truck out of the water yesterday. Bystanders jumped into action to pull the driver out safely. Witnesses said it was a good reminder when ice fishing to make sure the ice is thick enough. A reminder to ice fishermen, no ice is safe ice. The tributes are pouring in for civil rights icon Reverend Jesse Jackson. He died yesterday at age 84. In 2011, Jackson visited UWL. It was part of a statewide college tour focusing on voting rights. One of the hot topics, proposed changes to voter ID laws. The search for the missing mother of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie now on day 18. Law enforcement officials say DNA collected from a glove 2 miles away from her home turned up no matches in the FBI's national database. Investigators are also looking into gun purchases in the area as they try to identify the masked armed suspect. CBS News' Jared Hill has more.
Investigators were back at Nancy Guthrie's house amid a roadblock in the weeks-long search. The FBI says DNA pulled from a glove 2 miles away from the home didn't match anything in their national criminal database or any DNA found in the house. The Pima County Sheriff's Department says they're now turning to commercial genealogy databases.
Evidence takes time to present itself in cases, and it's frustrating and it's tedious work.
CBS News has learned the FBI has been looking into guns purchased around Tucson. This gun shop owner told local CBS affiliate KOLD that an FBI agent showed him a list with several names and pictures to look for, though he says the agent didn't say what the list was for.
I went through all 3 papers, typed in the last names, and nothing showed up.
Authorities are also honing in on the backpack the suspect was wearing in the surveillance video the night Guthrie went missing. It's sold exclusively by Walmart. Pima County Sheriff says the retail giant has handed over purchase records with names.
That might be the only piece of evidence that shows up that can put 2 and 2 together. It could be very significant.
Meanwhile, Facebook parent company Meta is telling CBS News it's offered authorities any assistance as the search for Guthrie drags on. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Milwaukee attorney Michael Hupy is jumping into the Nancy Guthrie case. He's the president of Crime Stoppers there. He is now offering a $100,000 reward for any tips that can lead to an arrest. It comes as the FBI says DNA found on a glove nearby Guthrie's home doesn't match anything in the federal database. And happening today, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg is set to testify today in a landmark social media addiction case. The plaintiffs, a 20-year-old woman and her mother, accuse Meta and YouTube of intentionally designing addictive and harmful features. Zuckerberg has repeatedly gone before Congress to address concerns about his company.
Like knowing that it's addictive. They have intentionally designed a product to addict young people, showing them not what they want to see, but what they can't look away from.
Today will be the first time Zuckerberg testifies in front of a jury. Still ahead on your morning news, if you felt the effects of tariffs, you're not alone, just how much you might have paid last year. And if you're struggling to hire or get hired, we might know the reason why it seems impossible.
Thinking about using AI to create your headshot instead of hiring a professional photographer? I'm Evan Moon with what experts have to say about using AI-generated profile pictures for your job search.
While you're busy, your pup can play all day at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Safe, supervised fun with friends, plus plenty of exercise and love. Because a tired dog is a happy dog. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Are you ready to build your future? Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor is hiring and wants you to apply. The starting wage for laborers is up to $21 per hour with no experience necessary. We will train the right candidate. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today.
does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 3.9% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. More mattresses. Did you know you spend a third of your life sleeping? So you better have the best mattress you possibly can. King has a huge selection to choose from at every price range. We'll even deliver your new mattress and haul away the old one for free. Take time to find the exact mattress you want because you're going to be sleeping on this for a while. Head into King Furniture today.
Hannah had like a huge problem. This year, her style screamed back row, but her eyesight and her mother still said front. That's where her optometrist, Dr. Beth, came in with glasses that worked for both. Shopco Optical. Hannah focused since 2026. People focused since 1978.
This right here is what the experts call a problem. Today I'm lifting some sunken concrete. So again, this is simply forming a new layer between the soil and the concrete, and it's expanding as we speak.
That's right.
That's moving.
It's moving.
Son of a gun. Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection. It's weirdly satisfying.
Isn't it?
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, skip the mess and hassle at home. Our climate-controlled self-serve dog wash is open 24 hours to keep your dog clean, dry, and ready for their next adventure. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
In your morning consumer news, a new study finding the amount Americans paid for President Trump's foreign tariffs. In 2025, the president's tariffs cost the average American household $1,000. It's projected that in 2026, that number will jump up to $1,300 per household. Just in time for Girl Scout cookie season, Wendy's is bringing back the Thin Mint Frosty. Not only is the delicious frozen treat back, but they're also releasing an all-new Thin Mints Frosty Fusion. The new items are available nationwide. 2026 is off to a strong start, according to the latest jobs report, but many employers say it's taking longer to fill positions. One of the reasons applicants are increasingly depending on AI to craft resumes and cover letters.
There are so many resumes that are coming in now, many of them looking very similar, that it's taking companies longer to go through them and longer to vet things to make sure that people really have the skills that are on their resume.
In a survey about hiring, 65% of hiring managers said AI-generated resumes are making it harder to assess real-life skills. Experts say the AI-generated headshot market is booming, but there are some things to watch out for when using a virtual portrait for a job search. CBS Evan Moon has tips from career experts.
From a lens to a laptop, headshots are getting a high-tech makeover as artificial intelligence changes what it means to get camera ready. A recent study found 44% of people would consider using an AI photo of themselves.
It's fast, it's simple, it's cost-effective.
We spoke with Sam DeMace, a career expert at ZipRecruiter, about using AI-generated portraits professionally.
You risk the idea of corporate catfishing. AI tools can cause a rubbery or plastic-like effect on your skin. A poorly edited AI headshot is going to trigger a lack of trust from the recruiter immediately.
Professional photographers are seeing the trend impact their business.
I think there's a fear in every line of work that AI might take our jobs, and photographers are no exception.
Peter Hurley has been capturing faces for over 25 years.
Hold that, very nice.
And wrote a book called The Headshot.
I want to get the real you. I want to get the real person. I want to give them a headshot that they're proud of. I want to stamp this moment in time for them.
Hurley says people have come to him after trying AI, describing the results as stale.
I think everybody's sick of AI already. I don't think anybody's going to take an AI headshot and slap it on a wall.
We reached out to LinkedIn about the trend. A spokesperson said, "We recommend being authentic in your profile picture as this helps maintain trust. We do allow the use of tools, including AI, to enhance or create profile photos. However, the photo must reflect your likeness. LinkedIn can remove photos that don't comply with their policies." Still, Sam DeMace says AI headshots can be a bargain compared to studio sessions that can cost hundreds of dollars.
If you don't have the free income to hire a photographer, having the option to use AI to help you make a professional headshot that's going to land you a higher paying job, that does democratize the process.
Her tips: give an AI platform multiple real photos to work with, use a clean background, and double check the details. Evan Moon, CBS News, New York.
That's a look at your consumer news. Now let's send it over to News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett.
All right, and away we go. Thank you, Brooklyn. We'll hold on to how this all shapes up. A lot going on, most of which is just about winds. About 30-mile-per-hour sustained winds getting into gusts all the way up to about 45 miles per hour today. We'll also see that getting into areas far west of the river. We're going to see wind gusts up to at least near 38 to 48 miles per hour working their way across toward us here. We'll also find ourselves getting into very dry conditions down to the south. Red flag warnings in play. That means dry conditions, warmer temperatures also associated with all of this. And as we go into the day, that will also go into your evening commute, and we'll finish out that way. We have some strong upper level winds kicking in, and that will continue to just vault most of this wind, as I just mentioned, across our region. But take a look right around here as you get into this area right there by Iowa, all the way right into here. You see that big circulation coming right there and that big kind of V shape there? That's where all that wind comes out of the Rockies, and then it just drops down and punches through the cloud field and then works its way. This is the upper atmosphere. This continues to work its way across the region, going into most of that breezy and gusty winds heading out to Canada once it goes right through us. We'll hold on to drier conditions eventually as we go into portions of next week, but until then, we're also seeing the conditions to be a little bit on the cooler side gradually. We're going to lose that nice heat we've had. Those 50s start to get away. 60s are gone. We have some 50s that hang on for today, possibly getting into maybe one or two places may pick up a 50-degree mark for tomorrow, but as we get into it, it'll be mostly 30s and 40s. Holding on to how this all shapes up, rainfall stays up to the north. We've got a mix of rain and snow getting right around there, going right up to the north, still holding on well north of I-94, and that continues up with that continue to stretch by Ladysmith, and Eau Claire gets a taste of that a little bit. We have the breezy and gusty winds down to the south there, and of course the snowfall stays up to the north. And as that does, it's going to try to get some of that down as we go through Wednesday tonight. About the 3 o'clock hour, you see a mix of rain and snow trying to get down as well. Black River Falls, that's about as far as it goes, and then it tries to get back down again by the 6 o'clock hour once those winds start to weaken. Sorry, I almost dropped my clicker there. And as you can see, some of that continues to work down towards La Crosse. Now, normally you see where all this cloud field is down here. That's where that snow really wants to go, and some of that warmer air has been trying to kind of take it out. So as that happens, we go back up to Thursday, and most of that snow lifts up to the north as we go through 3 o'clock in the overnight hours, and then by the 8 o'clock hour in the morning, we still have snowfall well up to the north, and then we continue to push that up with more snowfall kind of come back again with a mix of rain and snow coming back, then leading with snowfall by the 7 o'clock hour in the PM side. We'll see most of that starting to work its way out of the region gradually. It's mostly from La Crosse, from the river, all the way back over to the east, getting into areas by Marshfield as well as Wausau, and of course Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin Dells, getting into Boscobel, and out of the region it goes. You're still holding on to most of that bulk of the rain. The demarcation line is over the lake. We're still holding on to mostly snow as we go through 3 o'clock a.m. for Friday. So we've transitioned from Thursday into Friday with still snowfall holding on. The winds are now coming out of the north, and they continue to work their way in. I'll call it more along the lines of northwest. That continues to fold right through and push all of that moisture out of the way and dry us out, and push that snowfall up to the north, trying to wrap it around. That moisture tries to come back again as you go right into your Sunday. You're going to hold on to the possibility of again holding on to temperatures mostly in the 40s, some 50s down to the south. You get back into it. Everybody's in the rainfall here. Once you get in the central portion of the region with heaviest rainfall and snowfall potentially up to the north, that continues all the way up there. Now, once we get into how this all shapes up over the next few days, we're going to be looking at situations like this. We're going to go with the 50s, then 45 for Thursday, 33 for Friday. Colder winter returns, going into 20s, and that lingers all the way into all the way into Monday of next week, with 30s and upper 40s to near, 30s to near 40 degrees coming in for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.
Well, thank you very much, Art. Now, as you begin to wake up this morning, we'll leave you with a quick wake-up call with Tampa, Florida. Tampa is known as Lightning City due to frequent thunderstorms in the area and has a world record for the longest sidewalk, 4.5 miles long. Stay with us. We'll have more news after your morning Sports Blitz.
Sights and sounds from Michael Zwiefel's first day in charge of the UWL football program, plus some playoff puck. First round of postseason hockey for area teams. All that next in the Blitz.
Wisconsinites could see some checks heading their way due to a surplus. What to expect and who could get them, up next.
At Toma Health, our cardiac rehab specialists take your treatment to heart.
My name is Elise Selmer. I am a certified clinical exercise physiologist. So Tom was one of my patients on that first session. I've worked to build that foundation of their individualized treatment plan. We're using exercise as medicine and as a tool to allow them to regain that functional capacity.
I would absolutely recommend Toma Health and cardiac rehab. It's been a great experience.
Learn more about Toma Health Cardiac Rehab at tomahealth.org.
The Tractor Central Best Time to Buy sales event is going on now through March 2nd on all premium John Deere residential mowing equipment. We're stocked up to maximize opportunities for our customers to save $300 to $500 on John Deere zero-turn mowers and up to $700 on John Deere lawn and garden tractors. Preseason savings at Tractor Central. Get started now at TractorCentral.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
It's a John Deere day.
The independent living is really nice because you have your own apartment and it's just like living at home.
Although I thought I was way too young to be moving in a place like this, finding Welcome Home was just like finding a home.
Live your life the way you want to and don't have to worry about all the other chores and insurance and things like that.
I like that we get a balanced meal.
Those little helps really help me to be independent.
You came prepared to take on the pressure. We came prepared to give you none of that, just more out of buying a car. At Maury's West Salem Kia, you get our best price up front. No scripts, no side eyes, no 4-hour negotiations. Maury's sales team doesn't work on commission, so you get more help, less hassle. Need service? With Maury's, you get honest work done right. We even do more for our community. Get more with Maury's West Salem Kia. Visit Maury'sWestSalemKia.com.
The hot, crispy Filet-O-Fish. You either love it or you haven't tried it yet.
Hurry in and get 2 Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for just $7.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Keeping you safe and ahead of the storm with current conditions and updated video forecasts from the local team that warns you first. The News 8 Now First Warn Weather app, giving you more than what you'd expect. Get it now. No, seriously, like, right now.
The place to save big money on all your home improvement needs.
Welcome into the Blitz. Well, a new era of UW lacrosse football is here, as yesterday Michael Zwiefel was announced as the newest head coach in the program's storied history. Joined by his wife, 2 daughters, and his father Stan, a Wisconsin Coaches Association Hall of Famer, Michael spoke about the honor that it is to take over the reins of the Eagles as head coach. Athletic Director Kim Bloom spoke prior to Zwiefel, highlighting his vision for the program and his eccentric personality. And Zwiefel says one of the big reasons he wanted this job is because of the high standard UWL football has.
The history and tradition that they've created here is another reason why this job is so attractive. I think that's why I want to be here. I want to be at a place that has standards and expectations to win and win at a high level. That's what makes life fun, is things that are challenging and difficult and hard. And so all the alumni, thank you for setting that standard. Hope to put a product and a field together, a team together that makes you guys proud.
And the search for a new defensive coordinator will now take place, but Zwiefel said the plan is still for him to call the defense. How about some regional boys hockey from last night? Anna Lax hosting DeForest, who picked things up with the Hilltoppers already up 2. Puck finds Liam Branson, and the junior flips it home to make it 3-0 home side. Then moments later, Logan Sauter's try going to be blocked, but Rylan Tomaszek there on cleanup duty to tack on another. Then in the second period, Grayson Andel Picking up some serious speed, and the Topper Junior puts the biscuit in the basket. Onalaska Lacrosse wins big and will play next at Verona on Friday at 6. More playoff puck over in La Crescent. Lancers taking on Faribault. Let's jump to the second period. Things would get chippy. Faribault with a double penalty, and the Lancers would take advantage, putting pressure on, and Archer Semling. Tough angle, but it does not matter as the sophomore puts the home side in front. Later, the Falcons would respond shorthanded. Thomas Kunze gonna skate past everyone and fire it into the net to tie things up. However, the Lancers would find the net twice in the third period as they get the win 3-2. And a good story on Central head boys basketball coach Todd Ferguson as he was honored last night prior to the Riverhawks game against Logan. That on our website, news8000.com. That's the Blitz. See you again tonight.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar. For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
It's time to nominate your favorite business for Best of La Crosse County. Make your nominations in each category now through March 9th. The top 5 in each category will move on to the final round. Go to bestoflacrossecounty.com.
Presented by River Valley Remodelers.
You know what's on my mind? It's butt cold out here and I don't have any heat at home.
Well, gotta have heat, Einstein.
I just don't know who to call.
Well, there's your sign. Jeez Louise.
Call GNC.
The best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
At Taco John's, we're serving a higher standard of flavor with seasoned meats, freshly fried shells, and always hot potato olays. That's what we call West Mix. Stuffed grilled tacos are now cheesier and crunchier. Try 2 new flavors for a limited time at Taco John's.
Stressless by Eckernes. The most comfortable seating in the world is more comfortable than ever. It's on sale now at Drury's in Fountain. Every year, Eckernes updates styles and leathers, and that means outstanding values. And now we're passing these savings on to you. It's time for you to enjoy the incredible comfort of a stressless sofa or recliner in your home. Now at fantastic savings. A stressless recliner is your place. A place to relax, a place to unwind. Stressless furniture on sale now at Drury's in Fountain.
News 8 Now and Co-op Credit Union are taking part in Chase the Chill.
Chase the Chill is a project across North America that provides warm clothing to people in need. Scarves, hats, and gloves are hung on trees with notes on them, letting people know they can take them.
Co-op Credit Union and our community are conducting our own Chase the Chill campaign from December through February.
Together, we can keep our community warm this winter.
Make your donations of scarves, hats, and gloves at our La Crosse and Onalaska locations.
In this place, strength means something different. It means us all being together. And doing our thing. You can look all you want, but there's still no place like this place.
Keeping you safe and ahead of the storm. The first Warren Weather Storm Runner. Only from News 8 Now. Expect more. Miss a story or need to watch it again? Find them all on the News 8 Now app.
Breezy and gusty winds continue to stretch across the region. More about that just a bit when I return.
Wisconsinites could be expecting some big checks heading their way. I'll tell you what to expect coming up.
Right now this morning, Governor Evers delivering his final State of the State address. His message to Wisconsinites ahead. Plus, a high-profile hearing today. The lawsuit brought against tech giant Meta coming up. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Brooklyn Hine. Alexander is off today. Today is Wednesday, February 18th. The time is 6:30 a.m. Now, I have been loving this warm up and I am sad to see it go soon. We'll have to enjoy it while it's here. Art, what can we expect the next couple days?
All right, well, here's the deal. We get into today and tomorrow we have the 40s and the 50s in the forecast, but once we get into Friday, that's all gone. We're going to hold on to the possibility of temperatures dropping as we go into it. We may not even see more than a couple of places pick up 50s as we go into tomorrow. Holding on to a wintry mix, we've got that, and fire danger down to the south. You see the red flag warning going down to the south by Prairie du Chien, as well as portions of just west of the river. We've got some breezy and gusty winds out there as well, with winds getting up to at least 30 miles per hour sustained and about 45 miles per hour as you roll right into gusts. You can see as we go into it, we had rainfall moving through the area with, again, you can see the red flag warnings that are in play. But if you take a look here, we've got some lightning that kicked through all the way through Richland Center and then worked its way into areas right by portions of the lake, and that continues on. Well, it's gone now, but we had that for this morning around the 3 o'clock hour this morning, getting into more of this rainfall and moisture starting to work in from the west. We'll see again current temperatures right now in the 30s and the 40s to near 50 degrees, believe it or not, holding on to sustained winds as we get into a breezy and gusty winds today, and that'll back down for tomorrow as well. We'll see those winds continue as we go into it. As we go through the morning hours, those winds will get up to 40 miles per hour, possibly up to 45 miles per hour, gusting in the cases. As we go right into the afternoon, you see all that purple in there, and then those winds will subside once you get closer to the evening commute. We're expecting temperatures from 39 to 54 degrees. Get out and enjoy it if you can, but be safe. And my mom would put rocks in my pockets to make sure I wouldn't blow away. Back to you.
Love it, Arch. Thank you. Well, we have some election results from races around the region. In Westby, David Eggen, Peter Eng, and Toby Wood vying for seat 6 on the school board. The top two are advancing to the spring election. Preliminary totals say Eng came in with 453 votes, Wood with 205, and Eggen with 103. And in Soldiers Grove, Jill Quandall, Harrison Heilman, and Katie Dobson competing for a village trustee spot. Top two advancing to the spring election. Quandall came in with 21 votes, Heilman with 16, and Dobson with 10. Governor Evers delivered his final State of the State address in Madison last night. He used the speech to highlight perceived bipartisan achievements over the past 7 years, but he also took aim at Republicans in the legislature for issues they've clashed over, like Evers' 400-year partial veto to increase school funding.
Funding our schools is a responsibility that the state and local partners share. Local property taxes go up when the state fails to do its part to meet its obligation. My 400-year veto isn't an automatic property tax increase, folks, because that isn't how school funding works in Wisconsin. The legislature has rejected over $7 billion for K-12 schools that I requested over the last 4 state budgets. Budget negotiations on
Evers said he is hopeful for a bipartisan deal on K-12 funding and property tax relief, but he says a deal has to be better than the one that top Republicans sent him this week. Folks in Wisconsin could soon see rebate checks as much as $1,000 in free cash. But a few things do need to happen first. News 8 Now's Seth Padilla is in the newsroom to break it down. Seth.
Brooklyn, the state has a $2.5 billion budget surplus, and 2 key Republicans say that money should be used for tax rebates. Now, according to a new bill, the rebates would be a one-time offer. Married couples would get up to $1,000 and up to $500 for single filers. Rebates would only be available for people that owed income tax in 2024.
Whenever there's a budget surplus, there's pressure on lawmakers to return that money to the taxpayers and the people of Wisconsin. The two sides might come together.
And now, if this does happen, payments would be automatically distributed, and all rebates would be sent by September 15th. And now both parties agree that the money should be used to provide relief, but disagreements on how to spend the rest of the surplus could cause delays. Reporting from the newsroom, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you, Seth. 4 people are in ICE custody after an enforcement action in Eau Claire County. ICE agents went to an Altoona construction site to arrest a suspect who allegedly assaulted an officer. When 4 people fled, 1 was caught immediately. 3 others barricaded themselves in a Washington Township home's garage. Deputies used pepper ball to force their surrender. No injuries were reported. The suspects remain in ICE custody. In a News 8 follow-up this morning, here is a live look at Lake Onalaska, where a truck fell through the ice Monday near Schaefer's Landing. Crews pulled the truck out of the water yesterday. Bystanders jumped into action to pull the driver out safely. Witnesses said it was a good reminder when ice fishing to make sure the ice is thick enough. A reminder to ice fishermen, no ice is safe ice. The tributes are pouring in for civil rights icon Reverend Jesse Jackson. He died yesterday at age 84. In 2011, Jackson visited UWL. It was part of a statewide college tour focusing on voting rights. One of the hot topics, proposed changes to voter ID laws. The search for the missing mother of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie now on day 18. Law enforcement officials say DNA collected from a glove 2 miles away from her home turned up no matches in the FBI's national database. Investigators are also looking into gun purchases in the area as they try to identify the masked armed suspect. CBS News' Jared Hill has more.
Investigators were back at Nancy Guthrie's house amid a roadblock in the weeks-long search. The FBI says DNA pulled from a glove 2 miles away from the home didn't match anything in their national criminal database or any DNA found in the house. The Pima County Sheriff's Department says they're now turning to commercial genealogy databases.
Evidence takes time to present itself in cases, and it's frustrating and it's tedious work.
CBS News has learned the FBI has been looking into guns purchased around Tucson. This gun shop owner told CBS affiliate KOLD that an FBI agent showed him a list with several names and pictures to look for, though he says the agent didn't say what the list was for.
I went through all 3 papers, typed in the last names, and nothing showed up.
Authorities are also honing in on the backpack the suspect was wearing in the surveillance video the night Guthrie went missing. It's sold exclusively by Walmart. Pima County Sheriff says the retail giant has handed over purchase records with names.
That might be the only piece of evidence that shows up that can put 2 and 2 together. It could be very significant.
Meanwhile, Facebook parent company Meta is telling CBS News it's offered authorities any assistance as the search for Guthrie drags on. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Milwaukee attorney Michael Hupy is jumping into the Nancy Guthrie case. He's the president of Crime Stoppers there. He's now offering a $100,000 reward for any tips that can lead to an arrest. It comes as the FBI says DNA found on a glove nearby Guthrie's home doesn't match anything in the federal database. And happening today, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg is set to testify today in a landmark social media addiction case. The plaintiffs, a 20-year-old woman and her mother, accuse Meta and YouTube of intentionally designing addictive and harmful features. Zuckerberg has repeatedly gone before Congress to address concerns about his company.
Like knowing that it's addictive. They have intentionally designed a product to addict young people, showing them not what they want to see, but what they can't look away from.
Now today will be the first time Zuckerberg testifies in front of a jury. CBD use is on the rise for people and for pets. Products containing CBD are often marketed to help with pain and sleep, but could it help with aggression in dogs? CBS Gwen Baumgardner digs into the latest research for our four-legged friends.
Despite it raining cats and dogs, behavioral trainer Brett Endies takes his dog Sue through a list of commands at this LA dog park.
Sit.
While Sue is a good boy, Endies regularly works with dogs exhibiting aggression.
Yeah, all day long.
Data from the Dog Aging Project found that more than 55% of dog owners reported some aggressive behaviors in their pets. The project includes more than 47,000 dogs. Data also indicated a link between dogs becoming less aggressive following long-term use of CBD or hemp products.
It is very important that people know we are not saying run out and get CBD. This is an interesting finding that needs to be further pursued.
Dr. Julia Albright is one of the co-authors of a study into CBD use and dog aggression. Researcher analysis noted behavioral changes in dogs with consistent CBD use for at least 2 years as compared to dogs with no use, pointing to potential long-term benefits on temperament. Dr. Albright underscores the need for more research, noting the amount and type of CBD product varied in the dog data they analyzed, and a dog's CBD use was sometimes prompted by pain management, not aggression.
And I can tell you right now as a specialist, it is never going to be a treatment alone.
Endes agrees, but does recommend CBD to some of his clients.
I really find that it works best in complement to a very thorough, consistent training program, having the proper relationship with the dog, giving the dog the right outlets.
Labeling CBD products as a potential tool, not a quick fix. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, Los Angeles.
One of the key aspects of CBD in dogs is that it can help manage anxiety, lowering their aggression. Coming up in your Buzz Report, Bruce Springsteen announcing his new tour, when and where the first show is, and the message he's bringing with him.
Unleash your dog's potential at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Our expert trainer makes learning fun and effective, including a wide range of enrichment activities to get your dog's tail wagging. Book your session today. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Menards' 11% rebate is here. From lighting to lumber, from doors to floors. The bigger the project, the bigger the rebate. Pick up that paint. Start your new kitchen makeover and order that outdoor space of your dreams. Save big on every project you're tackling. Hurry into Menards now and get an 11% rebate on everything.
Save big money at Menards.
Experience the thrill of gaming at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin. Whether you're a slots enthusiast or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Enjoy delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more memories and adventure to your visit at any one of our 6 locations. And coming soon to Beloit. More of our amazing gaming options, amenities, and outstanding service you can count on. Find your fun today at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin.
To everyone who values tradition, what does tradition mean to you?
Our family's been doing fish fry here for years.
At Culver's, we make our fish fry the way tradition deserves.
Hand battered, right here in the restaurant.
Right here.
Right here.
The food here never disappoints.
And the best part, we get to sit and enjoy the company. Hey.
Helping you spend time with your family, it's what we're all about.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious. See the USA in your Chevrolet. America's asking you to call. Drive your Chevrolet through the USA. America's the greatest land of all.
Get 1.9% financing on this Silverado LT. Or get $5,350 total value plus $3,500 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
In this place, strength means something different. It means us all being together. And doing our thing. You can look all you want, but there's still no place like this place.
Unleash your dog's potential at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Our expert trainer makes learning fun and effective, including a wide range of enrichment activities to get your dog's tail wagging. Book your session today. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
All right, well, good morning to you and welcome back as we get into it. Warmer conditions are going to linger all the way into today as well as tomorrow with the 40s and the 50s. By tomorrow, we'll see mostly 30s and 40s, maybe getting a few 50s in there. Rain to snow coming in later on. We had some rain for this morning since the midnight hour, and that was all the way up till about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then it kind of moved up northward. We may have a mix of rain and snow later on today, getting into more snowfall, turning into the overnight, going into your Thursday, and then possibly into Friday as well. Friday right now still kind of iffy. Right now it looks like we may not even see any snowfall in our area possibly as we get into Friday. Most of it may stay up to the north. But for right now, take a look. You can see this here. I'm going to give you another view. You've got thunderstorm activity that kicked up by Richland Center. There you go. And went all the way up to the lake. That was pretty nice, right? Holding on to a little bit closer view. You can see that coming back again. I normally would pause that for you, but I didn't have time to do that. So right now I just wanted to let you see that. We're getting into wind advisories with those winds gusting up to up to 45 miles per hour. Sustained winds up to 30 miles per hour. That's That's all in the brown. In the yellow, you're looking at winds that are up for elevated fire risk out there as you for the yellow, getting from La Crosse, working eastward out towards the lake. Then you've got the red flag warning, which is the most important thing there. That continues on all the way from the morning, all the way from noon to 7 p.m. this evening. That's a fire danger risk that gets into the evening commute as well. So please be careful. But up to the north, you've got snow accumulations getting up there by Rhinelander and Green Bay, where you can see possibly up to 1 to 3 inches of snowfall, and the possibility of maybe a 1/10 of an inch of glaze and ice. You get into some breezy, gusty winds kicking in with these strong upper level winds. This is an upper level view of the water vapor and the moisture in the atmosphere right now. You can see it coming out of the west, vaulting up as it goes into the Rockies. And with this, we're also seeing this. Let's see this circulation right there. That's an area of low pressure that continues to pop in there. That is holding on and just dropping all that snowfall and wind right on top of us. And as that wind and snowfall continues to drop on top of us, our temperatures are starting to cool down. You're going to be seeing temperatures drop, as I mentioned before. We'll lose pretty much the heat, getting back into winter, returning as we go into Friday. You'll see as we go to today, rainfall now to finish out by the 7 o'clock hour. Rain is by Red Wing, getting to Winona, trying to get to La Crosse and Black River Falls, but you're seeing that right now, mostly going back up to the north with the winds circulating up there because of that big old area of low pressure I showed you. As that happens, you can see it's really just jamming that wind all the way around us right now and can continue to circulate this all across the river and back toward us here, with more snowfall now turning into, I should say rainfall turning into snowfall as we get in the 1 o'clock hour for Wednesday. That's in the 11 o'clock hour, all the way going into the to end the morning hours. Now that continues to drop all the way to Eau Claire, getting as far down as areas right by Rochester possibly, and then switching over to Winona, and then possibly up again, staying up to the north, trying to get down to La Crosse as we get into that snowfall for the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock hour. Once we get in the 6 o'clock hour, those winds I've been talking about, they're going to start to subside. It'll still be about 30-mile-per-hour winds, but we won't be seeing those 45-mile-per-hour wind gusts that I've been talking about. We'll see that continue on and maybe stretch a little longer. 1 or 2 of the models are saying we're going to get more of that snowfall dropping a little bit farther south, but for right now it stays up to the north and continues to do so as we go right through Thursday. You're seeing more of that snowfall coming back again for the morning, though, going into the afternoon all the way on the sea from Prairie du Chien all the way up to La Crosse and back up to Marshfield and continue on. Continues to jam up to the north as well, but moving out of the region gradually as we go right into the 3 o'clock hour going into your Friday. And that looks to be drier as we go into Friday to finish out the day, where most of that snowfall is well up to the north and stays that way, with the possibility of drier conditions for Saturday. We'll also see as we get into it here, the temperatures will be a little drier. Conditions will be a little bit drier down to the south because of the dry conditions and humidity. We'll see most of that rainfall around the middle portion of the region as well as the northern portion of the region, where temperatures are in the 40s and the 50s. We have temperatures widespread across the region, 39 to about 54 degrees today, and we'll gradually cool you down over the next few days as we take it into account with these temperatures today, holding on to the 50s, then 40s getting into tomorrow. We'll also hold on to 30s as we get into Friday, 50% chance of rain and snow coming back again, and then drier conditions for the weekend leading into Monday and Tuesday, as drier conditions leading into your Monday with a 10% to 20% chance of that possibly leading into your Tuesday, and then turning into a 30% chance of a mix of rain and snow in the forecast. Back to you.
In your morning buzz report, one of the last things most people would consider a good investment, but Logan Paul's big bet on a Pokemon card has paid off in world record fashion. He bought a rare Pikachu Illustrator card 5 years ago for more than $5.2 million. On Monday, the card sold at an auction for nearly $16.5 million, along with a diamond-encrusted necklace. The Beach Boys will play at the Wisconsin State Fair. They'll perform on August 16th. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. The fair runs from August 6th through the 16th. Actor Shia LaBeouf is facing battery charges after Mardi Gras celebration in New Orleans. He reportedly became aggressive and punched 2 people. LaBeouf was injured and taken to the hospital before being released and arrested.
I can use some information.
Whoa, for this price, I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm looking for a hut.
Close for the night. Thank you.
That's Martin Scorsese as a voice actor in The Mandalorian and Grogu. Pedro Pascal and Sigourney Weaver lead the cast of the first big screen Star Wars installment in 7 years. The official trailer just dropped. The film opens in theaters May 22nd.
Please welcome my good friend and fellow freedom fighter, Mr. Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen is launching his next tour starting in Minneapolis. The legendary rocker says the Land of Hope and Dreams tour will be in celebration and in defense of America. The first stops will be in cities where immigration and customs enforcement has been present. The first show will be March 31st. Tickets go on sale this week. Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Evelyn is 8 and loves gymnastics, swimming, dirt bike riding, and math, outdoors, and of course, and caring for animals and humans.
And Olivia is 18. She is celebrating her golden birthday today. Happy birthday to the both of you.
All right, if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website. Now stay with us. We've got what you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your Morning News Now is next.
From clogged drains to new faucet installations, we've got you covered. Since 1994, we've served homeowners across the area to make sure their plumbing is done right. So call us today and see what done right looks like for your home's plumbing.
Stressless by Eckerness. The most comfortable seating in the world is more comfortable than ever. It's on sale now at Drury's in Fountain. Every year, Eckerness updates styles and leathers, and that means outstanding values. And now we're passing these savings on to you. It's time for you to enjoy the incredible comfort of a stressless sofa or recliner in your home. Now at fantastic savings. A stressless recliner is your place. A place to relax, a place to unwind. Stressless furniture on sale now at Drury's in Fountain.
Cracks in brick, cracks in block, call American Waterworks. Leaning or bowing basement walls, call American Waterworks. Sticking windows or doors, call American Waterworks. Settling or sinking foundation, that's right, call American Waterworks. It's a fact, foundation problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call American Waterworks. Call American Waterworks today.
At Bethany St. Joseph, we understand that home is more than just a place, it's a feeling. That's why our team works to provide trusted support and an uplifting environment. In our assisted living communities, you'll find neighbors who become friends and days that inspire life, hope, and healing. Discover the warmth and support that make Bethany St. Joseph communities more than just a place to live. They are a place to thrive. We look forward to meeting you.
Something wasn't working with my feet.
Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam.
They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day.
Get the bathroom you deserve at a price you can afford. Maxwell White Plumbing provides free estimates, quality materials, and expert installation. And for a limited time, offering financing with 0% interest for 48 months. So call today.
In the TV business, when referring to what's next, we call it a tease. And no one teases local sports better than Ken Kozorowski.
Coming up next in sports, get ready to grapple. The Bucks, Badgers, a battle on the hardwood. Live to fight another day. It's back. The News 8 play of the week. Conference clashes.
And no one covers sports better than Jacob Lenzendorf. The better sports option. News 8 Now Sports. Every weeknight at 6 and 10.
The state of Wisconsin has a $2.5 billion budget surplus, and two key Republicans say that that money should be used for tax rebates. Now, according to a new bill, the rebates would be a one-time offer. Married couples would get up to $1,000 and up to $500 for single filers. Rebates only would be available for people that owed income tax in 2024.
Whenever there's a budget surplus, there's pressure on lawmakers to return that money to the taxpayers and the people of Wisconsin. The two sides might come together.
If this happens, payments would be automatically distributed, and all rebates would be sent by September 15th. Both parties do agree that the money should be used to provide relief, but disagreements on how to spend the rest of the surplus could cause delays. Reporting from the newsroom, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now This Morning.
And we have some election results from races around the region. In Westby, David Eggen, Peter Ang, and Toby Wood vying for seat 6 on the school board. The top two are advancing to the spring election. Preliminary totals say Ang came in with 453 votes, Wood with 205, and Eggen with 103. And in Soldiers Grove, Jill Quandall, Harrison Heilman, and Katie Dobson competing for a village trustee spot. Top two advancing to the spring election. Quandall came in with 21 votes, Heilman with 16, and Dobson with 10. Governor Evers delivered his final State of the State address in Madison last night. He used the speech to highlight perceived bipartisan achievements over the past 7 years. But he also took aim at Republicans in the legislature for issues they've clashed over, like Evers' 400-year partial veto to increase school funding.
Funding our schools is a responsibility that the state and local partners share. Local property taxes go up when the state fails to do its part to meet its obligation. My 400-year veto isn't an automatic property tax increase, folks, because that isn't how school funding works in Wisconsin. The legislature has rejected over $7 billion for K-12 schools that I requested over the last 4 state budgets.
Evers said he's hopeful for a bipartisan deal on K-12 funding and property tax relief, but he says a deal has to be better than the one that top Republicans sent him this week. And today is National Drink Wine Day. The unofficial yet widely recognized holiday encourages wine lovers to sit back, relax, and maybe pour a glass of their favorite red or white. Studies do show light to moderate wine consumption can reduce blood clots, slow cognitive decline, and boost the immune system. However, more than 1 or 2 glasses per day can lead to increases in cancer risk and liver disease. Now, I'm sure most people are probably not pouring up yet this morning, maybe heading to work. So, Art, what is the weather looking like for those heading out?
Enough to start drinking wine in the morning as you go right into it here. Holding on. No, the weather's going to be really nice today. Holding on to the 30s this early morning, giving way to 40s and 50s in the afternoon. However, we've got some snowfall and rainfall in the forecast today. Breezy and gusty winds will subside once we go into the evening hours. And of course, the snowfall to the north there, you're going to be seeing that subside, but they could get 1 to 3 inches. Hey, there's fog over there by Eau Claire. Take a look at that right now. Winona's looking pretty good as well as La Crosse. You're holding on to temperatures in the 40s out there currently, as I just misspoke. Holding on to the possibility of, again, 50s today, 40s tomorrow, 30s as we get into Friday, and maybe even some 20s in there in the early morning hours, with the teens and the lows. We'll get back to the 20s as we roll right into the weekend, and about bump temperatures back up next week as we roll into midweek.
All right, not looking too bad. Thanks, Art. And thank you for waking up with us. We'll see you right back here at noon.